Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like porking that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
I got this gadget whiz putting recording devices into the...
Ok, então estamos de volta aqui no Noire. E o menino Phelps aí foi rebaixado para o departamento de incêndio, né? Arson.
Hey, I gave
Vai fazer parceria aí com o Herschel, que é esse camarada aí. Vai ser nosso novo parceiro. Esse Herschel faz a voz do narrador no jogo, né? Nas primeiras missões, pelo menos, ele apareceu bastante na introdução das missões de policial que o Phelps fazia. É a mesma voz dele, inclusive. Então temos aí dois casos de incêndio em duas casas diferentes, que a gente vai averiguar agora. Esse é o último departamento do jogo. Isso é um sinal de que o jogo está prestes a acabar, cara.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Primeiro vamos para a casa dos Stephens. Depois a gente vai para os do Sawyer.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? Look somewhere else.
O Herschel não é muito simpático não, cara. Não é um cara que gosta muito de conversa. Principalmente porque deu pra ver que ele não gostou muito de terem colocado ele como parceiro. Porque ele trabalha sozinho. Trabalhava sozinho, né, até o momento. Agora vai ter que ser obrigado a conviver com o Phelps aí, cara. O cara é um lobo solitário. Tá aí a família triste, cheio de mancha de carvão, olha lá.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in your face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one?
Yeah. Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house. In the ruins. Terry Lady is his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Ok, só lembrando que o Phelps foi parte de um plano, né, de um esquema para poder ocultar um crime que os caras da polícia estavam cometendo, né, era o prefeito, né, o chefe da polícia estavam envolvidos. Eles usaram esse adultério do Phelps para poder noticiar na mídia e acobertar esse crime aí deles, para poder manter eles fora do foco por um tempo, né, e deu certo, né. O Phelps se deu mal nessa história e acabou perdendo o cargo dele no departamento de narcóticos. Tem uma primeira pista aqui, ó.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Matthew Ryan foi o cara que fez a manutenção O aquecedor de água dos caras aqui. Mas já? Tem essa pista para averiguar? Demorou. Estamos usando essa roupinha aqui com esse chapéuzinho amarelo. Parece o chapéu do Máscara, fraga do desenho. Do filme do Jim Carrey também. Bem da hora o filme, por sinal. Esse estilo de comédia assim, do Jim Carrey é um estilo que não agrada a todo mundo, né? Tem muita gente que não gosta, mas faz bem o meu estilo, cara. É um dos meus filmes de comédia favoritos, inclusive. Eu tô ligado que essa roupa aqui tem um seguinte esquema. Ela faz com que uma das respostas durante os interrogatórios seja eliminada automaticamente. Então a gente fica só com 2 alternativas. O que ajuda o jogador a responder os interrogatórios da maneira correta, né? Dá uma força. E eu vou usar só nessa missão aqui porque eu lembro bem dos interrogatórios dela e pra mim vai ser facinho acertar a maioria delas, então não vejo problema nenhum usar não. Mas nos outros eu não vou usar não, pra poder não ficar tão fácil, fraga.
Mr. Stevens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent.
Ok, então os caras ganharam aí um prêmio, né, para poder fazer uma viagem, ganharam um concurso. E durante o período de estadia fora deles, a casa sofreu esse acidente aí.
Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Aí, como vocês puderam perceber, uma das respostas das alternativas foi eliminada, dando 2 pra gente, e essa tá tranquila, eu sei que a resposta é verdadeira.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. This lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
Bela gravata, hein, filho?
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
E aí eles sempre eliminam uma das respostas falsas, né? Deixando a verdadeira entre as 2 opções restantes. Nesse aqui ele tá mentindo, mas a gente não tem provas.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. My house is the center lot.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
O que vai rolar agora?
What's with him?
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
Estão fofocando sobre o Phelps aí. E agora, o que rola? Nós vamos pegar um endereço, provavelmente desse Suburban Redevelopment Fund aí. Que é, não sei se é uma empreiteira, que é que organiza esses concursos, né? Essas construções das casas.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. You have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks for your help.
Ok. É uma pena que esse jogo aqui não tem legenda para português, né, cara? Senão facilitaria as coisas para poder traduzir na hora de explicar o que está acontecendo nos diálogos e tal, para quem não manja de inglês aí. Mas é porque eu tenho o costume mais de jogar nos consoles, pra jogar no PC pra mim nunca foi algo atrativo, não. Nunca teve muito interesse em jogar no PC, eu sempre joguei muito mais no console, então acaba que a gente não tem aquela opçãozinha de baixar a legenda em site de tradução de texto, tipo Game Vício, essas coisas assim.
You can drive.
All right. Where to?
Ok. Bora pra próxima casa.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question? Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater exploded.
Hey, another one?
Looks that way. Insta-Heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Então, pelo visto, mais uma casa aí que teve incêndio ocasionado pela explosão do aquecedor de água, né, daquele equipamento lá. Olha o mal aí.
Mal.
You gonna stick it out, Cole?
I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater?
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
A reputação do Phelps foi por água abaixo, né, cara? Todo mundo olhando pra ele com desconfiança agora, tratando ele de um jeito meio antipático até.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
Credo, velho. Dá sempre uma agonia ver esses corpos carbonizados aí nesses seriados, filmes, tá ligado? Deus que me livre de ver um trem desse na vida real, velho. Sai fora. É uma coisa recorrente assim nesses seriados de investigação policial, de vez em quando tem, tá ligado? Mas na vida real, Deus que me dibre. O que é isso aqui no chão? Ah, ó. A válvula, né?
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire.
Eita.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
Achei que você ia correr comigo, cara. Você deixou pra mim, né? Beleza, então esse camarada que a gente tá perseguindo aqui é um... tipo um doente que gosta de assistir os...
LAPD!
as casas pegando fogo, tá ligado?
Stop right there!
Volta aqui, cara. Do nada o cara dá um sprint, tá ligado? De vez em quando aparece a opção da gente apertar o botão, mas desaparece também depois, porque o cara dá uma arrancada e distancia da gente um pouco. Mas pegamos ele aqui. Boa!
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires?
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Ok, estamos aqui na posição de motorista, mas vamos deixar o Herschel dirigir, né?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Bora para essa agência de viagem aí onde as famílias ganharam o concurso. E sobre essa conversa aí dos dois, cara, tipo assim, o Phelps pode ser um otário, pode ter traído a mulher dele e tal. Isso eu acho pai, né? Eu discordo do que ele fez, né? Mas em relação à posição dele em relação aos casos, né? A postura dele como detetive, eu concordo, cara. Tipo assim, mesmo que o negócio seja suspeito de não ser verdade, o cara tem que continuar insistindo e tentar descobrir a verdadeira causa dos crimes até onde der, cara. Tem que ter sangue nos olhos, tá ligado? Tipo assim, não pode se contentar com pouco, não, velho. Fazer o serviço de qualquer jeito, né? Não faz parte da mentalidade, não. Pelo menos na minha visão, fraga. Se fosse eu na mesma posição do Phelps...
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Ok, vamos ver os nomes aqui das famílias.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue.
Morelli não. Tem o caso dos Stephens.
Here they are. Stephens.
Essa família Morelli aí é a família que vai se envolver no acidente no próximo episódio. Se eu não estou enganado, por isso que eu olhei o nome deles ali para ver se o Phelps ia falar alguma coisa, mas obviamente que não, né?
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotions mailing list covers half of LA.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
De vez em quando, nas cutscenes das falas dos caras, aparece o Phelps com uma cara meio de rejeição, aí até fica um pouco confuso às vezes, mas essa resposta aqui o cara fez uma cara bem convincente, de que estava falando a verdade mesmo.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. I just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you...
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Ok, então o esquema que essa companhia de construção faz é selecionar os vencedores dos concursos, né? E obviamente isso é bastante suspeito pelo fato de ser sempre de famílias que eles colocam para poder fazer viagem, né? As famílias que eles têm interesse em comprar a casa e os caras insistem em não querer vender.
You know the way. You can drive.
So where do you want to go?
Então tá na cara que eles fazem de propósito para
Let me guess.
tirar sua mesa da casa.
Check out the Suburban address.
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
tirar as famílias das casas, né? Enquanto elas estão fora, eles vão lá e queimam a casa, né? Arrumam alguém para queimar a casa, né? Provocar os incêndios. E com isso, provavelmente fica mais fácil comprar a casa das vítimas, né? Já que ela está toda detonada, já deu perda total, então...
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Tem uma pista aqui que eu tô ligado antes de eu ir embora. Deixa eu olhar aqui rapidinho.
So Elysian Fields builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
Ok, então temos a participação da Elysian Fields, né, que é uma empresa cabulosa de construção também. Nessa parada aí.
You're behind the wheel.
All right. Where to?
Agora vamos para a estação dos bombeiros conversar com o Lynch, né, que é o novo perito aí que a gente conheceu agora nessa missão. Perito em incêndios.
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
Yes, bullseye cigarettes. It's the tobacco.
We came as soon as we could.
Mentira.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
Mais cara aí da manutenção.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Hora do puzzle. Primeiro essa pecinha aqui que a gente encaixa, eu tô lembrado. Esses puzzles aqui do jogo são bem facinhos, fraga, tipo assim. Inclusive eu achei que eles poderiam ter dificultado um pouco mais pelo fato de ser um jogo de detetive, né, pra forçar a gente a quebrar mais a cabeça.
Good, your regulator's in position.
Mas como... Opa, volta com essa peça aí, assim, tá no lugar certo. Essa aqui de baixo que eu quero pegar. Mas como uma coisa para poder dar um entretenimento a mais no jogo, já serve.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas in.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
Vamos ver agora, fogo de artifício. A cara do Phelps.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Oh, tá bom. Agora a gente vai então para a fábrica, né, de produção do aquecedor.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Para poder descobrir como é que funciona esse esquema aí de desregular a válvula, né?
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Insta-hit. Ficou da hora o foguinho ali na letra A, fraga, pra poder dar uma enfeitada na logo. Achei criativo.
Well, you don't see that every day.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Obrigado, mocinha. Vamos lá, sim. O que é isso aqui? Uma pista do...
That's the swine. Look at him.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
Cavalete aqui mostrando o modelo novo do aquecedor. $82. Pra época era muita grana, tá ligado? Considerando que o dinheiro valia menos. Vamos conversar com o diretor aqui.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow.
Entendi nada.
It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
Tá menos pior agora, mas vamos tentar entender melhor, né, com o interrogatório.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Pô, então os caras estão usando equipamento ultrapassado para poder vender por causa da demanda que está muito grande, fraga. Eles não estão conseguindo cobrir a demanda, então estão vendendo equipamento ultrapassado mesmo. Olha a carinha de safado dele aí.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
Ok, deixa eu ver se tem alguma prova aqui para poder acusar os camaradas. Mas eu acredito que não.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then?
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Então, muitos nomes aí de instaladores pra gente averiguar. O Herschel tá com preguiça de ver, porque são muitos, mas o Phelps vai lá, obviamente, vai encarar, né? Vai um por um se precisar.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Goddamn wedding.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
Beleza.
Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Hey. Beleza, vamos averiguar então o armário dos caras.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Então, ok, temos 3 suspeitos aí de cometerem crimes no passado, então eles são os principais alvos do Phelps agora. Vamos olhar os armários deles primeiro, do Clemens.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Um panfleto sobre anarquismo, cara. É, suspeito, né? Armário do Ryan agora. Vários panfletos sobre anarquismo. Ele que devia estar distribuindo, então.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
A máquina do capitalismo perdoável.
Ryan wants the world to be a better place. Don't we all?
Nossa, eu ia até ler o que tá escrito dessas páginas aí, mas desisti. Senão eu vou ficar muito tempo aqui. Se quiserem, vocês pausem o vídeo aí, dão uma lida. Se tiverem curiosidade de saber o que está escrito. Por fim, o armário do Varley. Aqui, ó.
The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
São os coils de matar mosquito, né?
Varley has a problem with bugs.
É, mano. Mais um apetrecho aí pra causar incêndio nas casas. Também tá suspeito.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Beleza, então vamos cair fora e atrás dos 3 suspeitos então que a gente achou.
Birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley.
Opa, cortou a fala sem querer? O que vai acontecer agora? Vai aparecer alguma cutscene aí, será? A gente saiu do nada e cortou o vídeo, cara. O que tá acontecendo? Espero que não tenha travado o jogo, hein? Ah, só cutscene mesmo. Graças a Deus. Tá então incendiário, né, na imagem. É o mesmo cara que matou as mulheres, hein, no departamento de homicídio. Vocês lembram da feição dele, da silhueta? Esse mesmo casaquinho, essa mesma boina. É o mesmo cara que matou as mulheres, velho. Tá bom.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Bora atrás do primeiro suspeito, então, o trabalhador aqui da fábrica.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
A cara de malandro desse cara, velho.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Ah, não? Mentira.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
Ok, então o cara dedurou o Varley como sendo trabalhador de uma empresa, desenvolvimento de construção, provavelmente a Suburban, né, que a gente achou no começo das pistas do caso.
You were licensed and worked for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
Deixa eu ver se tem alguma prova sobre isso. Deixa eu ver aqui. Acho que não, hein?
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in the settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the Rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
O cara tacou fogo na própria casa, mano. Tá parecendo o Breno, Fraga, jogador do Vasco.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
Então os dois são os que tem os panfletinhos lá de anarquismo no armário, né? Então a gente pode usar essa parada aqui.
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Ok, então ele não é o culpado pelo visto. Vamos atrás dos outros dois.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Vamos primeiro atrás do Varley. Só sobrou ele e o Ryan agora.
If Varley's on the run, he might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
Tá aí o Herschel falando que tá meio tenso pelo fato de ter a possibilidade de entrar em conflito armado, né? Ele, desde aquela época da 1917, da Primeira Guerra, provavelmente, né? Que ele não atira com arma de fogo. Esse departamento de incêndio provavelmente não tem esse tipo de situação.
LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Ih, rapaz, os caras gostam de fugir aqui, hein, mano? Será que dá pra pegar ele na mira? Se ele não escapar pra esquina, né? Acho melhor a gente pegar um pouco mais de ângulo aqui. Agora vai dar.
Stop or I will shoot!
Boa! Que isso, Herschel? O cara deu um pinote na nossa frente ali.
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, you're a guest of the city.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Então esse Varley é procurado em outra cidade por um crime de assassinato, né? Se ferrou.
Can you drive to this one?
All right. Where to?
Só sobrou então o Ryan. Tá trabalhando, instalando algum aquecedor em alguma outra casa por aí. Vamos atrás dele.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan.
I said, son of a bitch.
Por que os caras já não chegam com a arma apontando pros caras, ao invés de ficarem só panguando?
This damage is only cosmetic. He's a one-man wrecking ball. Move in. I'll take out the van.
Acho que é porque não faz parte do protocolo policial, né, velho? Que isso, mano? Tô pior que o cara aqui, matando mais os caras do que o Ryan. Nossa, mano. Passando por cima da cabeça do camarada ali, vocês pagaram? Essa perseguição tá doida, hein, velho? Mete bala, Herschel. Atira nele, cara. Tem 30 anos já que você não atira. Tá na hora de praticar um pouquinho. E aí, bateu já? Foi? Foi. Achei que o cara ia sair com o carro de novo.
Show me your hands. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Demorou? Agora sobrou o que pra nós? Levar os caras pro distrito policial, né? Pra poder interrogá-los. Creio eu.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be, Chap,
you drive.
I think it's one of the
need
other
to go over
two
the case
guys.
notes.
Let's get to the station and close this case.
Então vamos escolher um dos dois pra acusar os 3, sei lá.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running. Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Ok, sobraram só 2 suspeitos, na verdade, né? O Ryan e o Varley, porque o Clemens a gente liberou.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Todo mundo pegando no pé do Phelps, né, cara? Ok, então culparam o suspeito e irá encerrar o caso. Então vamos primeiro falar com o Ryan aqui, depois com o Varley.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Então nessa missão a gente vai ter escolha, né, entre os dois para poder culpar como responsável pelos homicídios, pelos incêndios.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sabe nada, né, seu pilantra?
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
A campanha anarquista, cara. A campanha dos Illuminati aqui, ó.
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
Insta-heat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them?
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
Então a Insta-Heat andou comprando essas empresas menores e começou a monopolizar o setor, né, de instalação de aquecedor de água.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Pega na mentira.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Essa eu lembro que o diretor lá, o Ivan Racing, falou que todos os funcionários têm capacidade de poder fazer esse tipo de serviço. Esse aqui, né?
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, what was the cause of the fire in your own home, Ryan?
I won't tell you.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Deixa eu ver se tem alguma prova sobre isso aqui. Relacionando o Suburban com o Ryan. Não.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban?
What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Ok, mais uma pista aí.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Pô, o cara mentiu em todas as respostas, mano.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you gonna prove that?
Temos todas as pistas aqui, ó, sobre o histórico criminal dele também.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
Tá bom, vamos...
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Ok, então, cabeção, vamos agora conversar com o Marley para pegar as respostas
I
dele.
think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
Aqui está.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Ok, esse daqui eu lembro que tem o nome dele na portinha do aquecedor lá, que ele tem manutenção.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Onde está isso aqui? Aqui, ó.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think you played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
Beleza.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
É a cara dos dois, né?
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Para isso aqui a gente tem a declaração do Clemens, falando que ele trabalhou que o Vale trabalhava, né, com os caras da, como é que fala, da Suburban.
Clemens says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. I'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
Por último,
what would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
E essa prova aqui é a do... Como é que fala? Do negocinho de mosquito que a gente achou no armário dele, né? Isso.
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay fuses. We found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on! Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
Ok, depois de analisar todas as pistas aqui, eu já decidi quem que a gente vai acusar.
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Vamos acusar o Ryan. né? Eu acho que as provas contra ele me convenceram mais, apesar de os dois serem extremamente suspeitos. E eu acredito que não foi nenhum dos dois que matou, na verdade, né? Pela silhueta que a gente viu do incendiário lá naquela cutscene. Mas entre os dois aqui, eu vou escolher incriminar o Ryan, já que o Vale também já tem um histórico criminal, né? Ele já é procurado pela polícia. Ele já teria aqui pra prisão de qualquer forma, então a gente vai prender o Ryan mesmo, porque eu sou otário, velho. Que esse cara assim, né?
Matthew Ryan, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me? I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
Vamos ver como é que vai ser a reação do capitão aí. Se a gente mandou bem ou não.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine. What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case.
Obrigado.
You don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp on my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one, unfortunately.
Coitado do Herschel, cara. Os caras puxam o saco do Phelps, elogiam ele, e o parceiro dele não ganha nem um abracinho, nem um aperto de mão, tá ligado? Beleza, então. 5 estrelinhas pra nós, mandamos bem no caso. E a gente se vê no próximo vídeo. Espero que vocês tenham curtido aí. Deixem um like caso vocês tenham curtido. Não se esqueçam de se inscrever no canal também. E aquele abraço pra vocês. Até o próximo vídeo.